Here we go again with my poor old Land Rover. You can see the roster set in here along there. You'll probably find that there's a weld on that when you come to take it off, but it's held in by some bolts and these pop rivets from the inside. I'm going to use a genuine Land Rover one, which I got from Rimmers, and there it is. It's quite a heavy, nice piece of material. It's I'll very lightly, when I put I'll paint this before I put it on, so that and then finish off. There'll be a tack weld on the end there for the other one. Now, I've taken the seat backs out in here. Just the M10 bolt there just needs to be slackened off, and because these are slotted, slacken these off, and these are M10 as well down the but it's a two-handed job unless you've got some way of clamping it. But there's the 4 bolts that hold the bottom in. You have to get in underneath the wheel arch with 1 spanner, and obviously inside the vehicle with another spanner. But as in my case, they all snapped off. Even though I lubricated them, they all snap. So you'll probably find it'll happen as well. This is a 20-year-old vehicle, so you've got to expect that. Just new bolts. I'm going to take this cover off, which will just with a lever, just lever in and pop that off. And the other one, and then just pull it towards you, and it'll pull it towards you, and that will just come up. There we go. So that's popped off now. Just get that out, and that'll give us access. And you've got one nut in there, which I don't know what size, I'll tell you in a second, and another one which is right up at this end. I've got to take out the fixings, and with the back off, you've got some sort of movement in there, so you can. There's one down there which I'll have to use that to lift this end to get a gap. Yes, the bolt in the corner there is M13, and this one under here is M13, but I very likely have these are M10s, a bracket here which I'll take off anyway, this L-shaped bracket, which will allow me to have a bit more space to lift. As with everything, there's a problem in there. You can just see there's a big steel boss there, like a big washer, and that is gripping onto the bolt. I put a double bolt on there so I can try and turn it, and I've got to find some way of gripping that so just to break the rust that is holding onto it, so I can pull it out. Well, as you probably see, I've got a torch on there. That is sea solid in there, so I've tried everything. I've tried shock, I've tried lubrication, I can't break it, so I'm going to have to resort to using a vibrating cutter with a brand new blade on it, and I'll cut that out and see how I get on. Hopefully that'll get that out. There's the offending bit. The bolt was obviously solid in there. You can see where the rust has really gripped onto it, but with this it managed to just cut through it and slide it out, so that I'm ready to go now. That's out of the corner there, so I've got full access. I've just got to get this bolt out here and the one further back. And this is the one midway. It's bolted at the top, but I'll just take this one out because I can leave that one in, and this will lift without that. That is slotted. That's for tensioning the rubber strip for the seal. I've got a bit of movement there, lifting in that corner, but this end is still tight, so there's obviously something holding it. I'll drill out the rivets and see if I get some movement. The bolt is out, but you can't get it. The head is that way, so it's got to come up. So I've got to get enough room to lift that up. So now what I've done, I've put a bottle jack on the bottom with a piece of wood up under there, and as you can see, I've separated that so it gives me access. Just got to cut these pop rivets out here, and this allows me to get that. Yeah, no, that's out now. That's the bolt with the washer for that bracket. So that bracket is out now. That goes in there. I've got a nice separation. As you can see, this is welded down there. Just got to cut through, and hopefully that will come out. I don't know how far the weld goes down on that, but we'll soon see. And as you can see, that's got to really rot it out, so the new piece is all ready to go. Nice big gap there for putting a sealant in there for waterproofing afterwards. Just having a look at the inside of where that I'm putting the new bracket. It looks as if it's welded right the way through, so but I've got access there, so I should be able to cut through and get that. So you can see I'm using this vibrating tool, just cutting through there. I'll get in as far as I can, and that's getting ready to take the old. You can see how bad the old part was. That's water getting in. That's shouldn't take too long. Now I've cut the weld there as far back as I can and down to the bottom here. I've taken out this rivet, this one and this one. Now there's as you can see on the new part, there's a rivet there and a rivet here, which you can only get at if the roof is completely off. So I'm going to try and cut them out. The one which is right under there, but you can also see there's the remains of the weld on this side that will come through from here. So I've got to use my vibrating cutter to cut through that as far as I can, and then also I don't know if you can see the rivet under there, but there's another one which is just up here. That rivet there has got to come out. I've lifted up this flange here, lifted it up so I can get better access to the rivet that's underneath there. There it is now. That's it, cut through, as you can see. I've got a bit of welding to do there, but that's out. You can see how rusty it is. That's the sealant along there, which I've got to replace. I turned these edges up slightly just to get access to the two rivets there. So that's all ready to go. I'll just slide the new one in just to. That's the new piece slid in. Let's just let the hydraulics down. There we go. That's the new piece in. Just got a bit of manoeuvring. The body here's got to just be pulled over and the bolts put in, and we're ready to go just to weld up and fit everything up.